Okay. Guys, I'm gonna mute out here and start texting people by voice. I'll be right back.
Yep.
How many people do we have?
Just
Carl,
you and me.
you and Carl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you are.
Carl, man, you look like a hippie, man.
That's what people are saying. My hair hasn't been this long for 20 years. I'm going to have it in a ponytail soon.
Yeah.
It used to be that I would go and on my calendar every 3 months I'd go and get the dog groomed, and while I was waiting I'd go get my hair cut, and we can't do that. So he's shedding all over the house. How is it doing site inspections in the world of COVID-19?
It's challenging. It's challenging, but people are starting to get the drill now, not to come near each other. You know, they want to come right up to you and shake your hand. I'm like, hey, remember? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's like, and I'm wearing a mask too.
Yes.
You know, it's like, do you see the mask? I really don't want to shake your hand. No offense, but
you need to get one of those noodly things that stretches out from your head 6 feet as you're walking.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Keep your distance. You working out of the house, Carl?
Oh, I've been working out of the house since I'm going to get a T-shirt made up, social distancing since 2015. So instead of going into the office once every 2-3 weeks, I'm just not going into the office. But as you can see, I've got my other setup over here. This is my standing desk with my work computer and my 2 monitors at work, and then right here in front of me is my gaming computer, which is what I'm using for this. And then, and so this is, you know, my home office back here.
Control station, huh?
Yeah, my kids would come over. My kids would bring their friends over, and they'd be going, "Wow, your dad's a real geek. He's got more computers than my entire house." And then I show that the TV on the wall is not just a television, it's also a third monitor.
A big one.
Exactly.
What do we have? A couple of NOIs to go through?
The agenda got mailed out. We have a notice of intent for 16 Kelly, one for 41 Milford, one for 83 Northbridge, and Lake Nipmunk water stuff. A couple of correspondence this week from annoyed neighbors. Did you see that in the email?
I didn't see it. No.
Out on East Hartford Street, someone is saying that they're going to be turning the parcel next to them into pasture for cows, and there's wetlands, and I felt threatened and stuff like that.
Oh, I got a phone call about that. The police called me.
You're not surprised. Let me. What was the?
It wasn't the neighbor or something was irate.
Yeah. Philip Brazier, 121 East Hartford.
Yeah.
So
he was talking about farmer.
Barney, the farm manager.
Yep.
And I looked at it on Google and on Oliver, and yeah, there's a wetlands going right through the middle of that parcel. So I don't know, what are the rules on cows and wetlands? You able to? As far as I know, you should be able. The cows can go hang out there even if they don't want to eat much. But if they're going to start filling it in to make the cows happy, that's the no-no.
What is that? What he was going to do?
It's unclear. Like I said, Damon sent a follow-up saying he'd be looking into it. So if he comes on tonight, he can let us know.
They're not allowed to fill it, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to let your cows wander into the wetlands up to their fetlocks, go right ahead.
Yeah. I don't know, but he does have a little more leeway, I think. The farmer.
Yeah. Does Mendon have a right to farm by law? I know Massachusetts allows communities to do it. Did Bennett ever pass one?
Probably.
Although I'm not sure if this applies because it's not a pre-existing condition. The property owner was there before the cows. Usually the right to farm is to keep new homeowners from getting farmers to stop like having pig manure
Yeah, cows have been
animals at 6 a.m.
Yeah, cows have been there for a long time.
Okay, Mike and Mendelia should be joining us. The other guys, I have no idea. I haven't heard back.
You out on your porch?
Me? Oh, Tim.
Tim.
No.
Okay, Damon's calling in.
Oh, it's
very,
train tracks.
very nice. Oh, train tracks, very nice.
Are those model cars and model trains?
Hello?
Those are Jim Beam decanters. Yeah.
Ah, funny. Hello, Ann.
Hello?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
And
Good.
you're still muted.
Yeah,
Hi.
Damon should be calling in, and then we'll get started.
Well, we need a fourth.
Yeah, Damon and Mike Mendelia is here.
Is Mike the 1338 number?
That's Fred, but I know he's here. I heard him.
Yep, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, so Mike, are you 3038?
That's correct.
Okay.
So when Damon joins in, I'll buzz through that script as quick as possible, and then we'll jump right into Fred's hearing.
If you want to see our smiling faces, you can click the link and get Microsoft Teams working on your phone, if it's smart enough.
The phone might be smart enough. I'm not.
I think the app is actually easier to use once you're inside it, but it's definitely not necessarily intuitive to get in. This is what a live version of pocket dialing. Otherwise,
Are you on video?
Ann Mazar, yes, she
Yes.
is.
I am.
Okay, you're not showing up on my particular screen yet.
Okay. Maybe I need to push the video? I don't know.
No, you're on. It's
Oh, now I see it.
yeah.
Okay.
Lonnie said something about when you start to speak, then it triggers it.
Because normally I'm only seeing 4 people. When I'm doing this on Zoom or on Link, I get to see everybody at the same time.
Oh, yeah, right. Hey, Bill,
Yes, ma'am.
could we do that 131 first or do you have like a public hearing?
We have to jump to the public hearing. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I'll probably just be on mute and I'll wait.
We might have time after the second hearing. I don't know. Let's see. What do we got? We got 7:05, 7:15, 7:30. Oh, the 7:15 is not going to happen. That's just going to get continued.
All right.
Nice to see your driveway, Tim.
What's that?
I think it was a nice view of your driveway
And your blue jeans pocket.
and your blue jeans. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Good. Oh no. Good thing it was your driveway. Good. Did you hear about? You probably heard the story about the Supreme Court proceedings where somebody was making toilet flushing noise, didn't mute themselves.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice, huh?
That
All
was-
right, we are recording, by the way. That's
Yeah.
hopefully we'll be able to Oh, Damon's calling me now. Hello, Mr. Chairman. Okay, the brother of the IT guy will be on the phone in just a minute.
Dahlia. That's the Dahlia.
Okay, Damon just joined in. Damon, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we have a quorum. So I'm going to run through the required script here real quickly. This is the remote access meeting of the Mendon Conservation Commission, Thursday, May 14th, 7 p.m. I can see on the line Chairman Tinio, Tim McCarty, Mike Mendelia, Carl Hommel making a quorum. Okay, this open meeting of the Mendon Conservation Commission is being conducted remotely consistent with Governor Baker's executive order March 12, 2020 due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to outbreak of COVID-19. In order to mitigate transmission of the virus, we've been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of open meeting law to have all meetings in publicly accessible physical locations. All members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. This meeting may or may not feature public comment as per the chairman's wishes. We are convening by Microsoft Teams video and audio telephone access. All supporting materials have been provided to members of this body and are available at the town's website unless otherwise noted. Public is encouraged to follow along using the agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Ground rules. The chair or I will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude the remarks, the chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide comment. Please remember to mute your phone or computer when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly in a way that generate accurate minutes. Let's see. And all votes will be done by voice roll call. All right, Mr. Chairman.
All right, guys, how are you tonight?
Good. Good.
Aye.
I just want to go over, I mean, if we make a motion on something, let's just say our name after or before the motion, just so everybody knows what's going on. Bill can keep a better record and all that fun stuff.
Yep. Thank you.
What do we got on the agenda? First on the agenda, I'm kind of working on a phone here. I don't really have a
That's fine.
laptop.
That's fine. I'm gonna share my screen, and the first item is 7:05. Public hearing for notices of intent for 16 Kelly Road. It does have a DEP number, and Fred Lapham is on the line.
Go ahead, Fred.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I don't have video, but I have my audio and I can see you guys. You just can't see me.
Excuse me, Fred, but I
uh,
can put up pages from the NOI if you tell me to. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Well, the plan would be good if you would be able to display that. But this property, 16 Kelly Road, is just about at the end of Kelly Road. You can see the lot is right at the beginning of the cul-de-sac on the northeast side. It's a 60,548 square foot lot. It is part of the old meadow. It's mostly field, and you can see on there I have areas that show where the edge of woods are. But it's by far the majority of it is field. The house is out in the open, and the driveway comes in pretty much just about where the woods start there. We did our perk testing last August, and we got a pretty slow perk rate. We got a 30-minute per inch rate, so that's why the system's so large. We have 4 65-foot pipe and stone trenches, and it's a conventional, old style, I would call it, septic system. We were able to keep all our work area outside of the 25-foot no disturb buffer, and we wrapped our work area on anything in the buffer zone is wrapped with silt erosion control, which is silt fence and straw wattle. We have 352 feet of the erosion control. The property slopes generally from Kelly Road back to the wetlands, and the wetland system is tributary. I believe it's Spring Brook eventually, but this is the upper reach of this wetland system. And the house is a 4-bedroom house, and the system is somewhat over-designed for the 4 bedrooms. And we did receive Board of Health approval for this design. I'd be happy to answer any questions if anybody has any.
Yes, Fred, just give me just so I got my bearings, because I don't have a plan in front of me, but the lot is in relation to Mike Tato's new house across the street from it, or to the right of it?
Yes, it's directly across the street. It's his daughter and her husband that are moving in.
I got you.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to get a plan here, but I can see a plan, but I'm not having good luck. So I guess I'm gonna have to go on what everybody's seeing it on their own out there.
So Fred, this is Tim.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering, what'd you call the groundwater at on that lot?
Oh, pretty high. It's 18 inches. We had modeling as high as 18 inches.
Oh.
That's a lot of water out there for years.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's spotty. We had a couple of good holes, one bad hole that there's no way we'd be able to get a perk out of it. It was filled anyway. It had a lot of fill, so we got it to go at 30 minutes. The state maximum now is 60 minutes per inch. So we're well within that, but we do have an awfully big system. I'm not used to seeing systems this big anymore.
So where's the well? In the front?
Yeah, it's in the front. It's probably about 50 feet outside the buffer zone. We did put one of those temporary settlement basins on the downhill side of it,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
just so we don't get that running down into the wetland.
Okay.
Is there already a house at 16?
No, this is a vacant lot.
Okay, Oliver's
It's one of
showing
the subdivision lots.
Oliver's showing a brown building down about where the leach field, I think, is. Is that just Oliver being wrong?
Yeah, Oliver being a little late. They took their photo before that. There was a structure down there. It was I think it was one of those plastic with the framework structures, and it's gone now. It's just
Okay.
a flat gravel area.
So what's in the buffer zone, Fred? I'm sorry.
The buffer zone, the house is totally outside of the buffer zone. The entire leach system is in the buffer zone from about, say, 60 feet to 80 feet away. So we're out of the 50-foot no build, but so we're in the outer part of the buffer zone, and nothing goes below the 25-foot no disturb.
No,
There's not a lot of woods that. What's that?
Hey, Fred, this is Mike Amanda.
Hey, Mike.
Wouldn't that lot be grandfathered in? That lot's been there since the 80s.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the entire subdivision, it goes way back. I think they accepted it, I want to say 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah,
They
formally.
accepted the streets. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I know that subdivision very well. I don't see a problem with it.
I'm all set.
Hey, motion?
So moved, like Amanda Lear.
I'll second Tim.
All in favor?
Carl says yes.
Aye, everybody's aye. Okay. All right, we're good on that, Bill. Okay, take over, Bill. Move to the next one.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Fred.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you.
Okay, at 7:20, we had a hearing scheduled for Bob Poxon. Hold on a minute. For 41 Milford Road, or Milford Street. I sent you the DEP comments, and the applicant has requested that we continue to a meeting in June.
Okay, so somebody wants to make a motion for that, that would be great.
I'll
So
make a
moved.
motion to continue the meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
And that's, who's that? Tim made the motion, Mike seconded it?
Yes.
Correct.
All right, and all in favor?
Carl says
Aye.
yes.
Aye. Carl,
Aye,
you-
Damon.
Carl, you're slow tonight.
Ha, 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 ha.
Carl's trying to roll call. Yep.
What do you got, Bill?
Okay, the next public hearing is at 7:30 in a few minutes. Mrs. Mazar is waiting, and we might be able to dispatch with her business in a few minutes.
Okay, go ahead. And
Hi, I was just here because there's a conservation restriction that's going to go on 131 North Avenue. And so I wanted to know if you had any questions. You all received it, and it's at the state now, and it's going back and forth. It's not finalized yet.
that's and this is Damon, and that's the piece on the corner of Hopedale Hill and North Ave?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't see any issues there. That's what is they gonna do? They're gonna make like a public garden there, or what was the plan for that?
They want to farm it, and so the 50% of the land can be farmed, and at least 50% has to be left open. And Gary Smith's nonprofit, the Shirley Smith Agricultural and Cultural Arts Center, owns it now, and so they might do agricultural type of events there at some point.
Okay, so does anybody have any issues with that? How does everybody feel on that?
No.
I looked at the draft. It looks okay. The parcel's divided. The part closest to the road is where you're allowed to have buildings and septic systems and parking. The other half is where the conservation part is going to be. So when the final draft comes up, I'll look at that and wave at it and say nice things about it.
Okay, sounds great. Anybody else? Okay. All right, Ann, I guess you got the green light on that one.
All right, and then the other thing is the sign for the Gaskill Conservation Area, which is the former Cox property. Is that wording okay? I know Damon said yes.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it. As long as everybody else agrees on it, I'm fine with it.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Looks good.
Okay.
The other
Right,
piece,
right.
the other thing about that piece of land is we have someone who is already in the area who might give us an estimate for mowing in the fall. So
Great.
if we get that, then someone can tell us whether we need to get competitive bidding or whether we look at that bid and say whether it's acceptable or not.
Sounds great. Geez, Ann, you're having an easy night tonight.
Yeah, if anybody has,
Anything else?
no, if anybody has any questions though, they can call me or email or if something comes up.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, guys, I got a little, when is that next meeting, Bill? 7:30?
The next hearing, yeah, right now, 7:30.
Okay, I'll talk about it after we get done this time.
Do we have a DEP number for it? For 83
Negative.
Northbridge?
Nope, this is a brand new filing, and Fred's on the line. He can explain.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Okay, this is one of the frontage lots up at the Misco Springs development area. And this particular lot is on the north side of Northbridge Street, right next to the stone building. So I'm sure you all know where that is. Part of this lot was they cut part of this lot in order to, it's where Locust Hill Drive was originally going to go. And now Locust Hill Drive is on the other side of the stone building. So again, here we have a lot that slopes down away from the street towards the wetlands out back. The lot is 1.96 acres in size with 61,100 square feet of upland. The wetlands were flagged for the development for the definitive plan a number of years ago. And the work for this particular project, this work is going to be for construction of the house, driveway, septic system, and yard area. So almost, in fact, yeah, there's just a small portion of our fill that goes into the buffer zone, and really most of that area behind our work area, well, it's included in the work area, but it's just cleanup. They're just trying to create a nice space for the people that will live there. We found good soils here. We have 5-minute perk rate, very typical of the area. And we had a groundwater, designed groundwater of 42 inches. So not too bad. We have step trenches, and this system is a Cultec system, so it's smaller than the pipe and stone type system. We have 4 trenches with a total of 800 square feet of leaching in these 4 trenches. It's a 4-bedroom, single-family house, and that's pretty much it. There's not much to this. We are on the street side of a swale. If you look at the plan, I don't know if you can see it, everybody, but there is a diversion swale situated between this house and septic system and the main body of wetland out back. And that diversion swale gets all the runoff from this house and driveway and puts it through a detention basin in the development. So even though this is not a subdivision lot, it's a front lot with frontage on Northbridge Street, the runoff from this site is mitigated and is part of the stormwater management system for the subdivision. We do have erosion control barrier on the wetland side of that diversionary swale. So we're sort of like double protected here from any erosion getting into that wetland.
All right.
And
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, any questions?
I'm trying to visual. Is this the house? Is this the one with the foundation in the ground already?
No, that's to the right. That is, that's probably 250 feet to the right of this house, this lot.
But this lot on the left of the old road going in with a culvert in with a concrete,
Yes.
wing walls that? Okay, I got you now. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred,
Yes.
I got a question for you. It's Tim. So are you aware that they haven't finished that fire tank completely yet?
Yes, I am, although this lot wouldn't be,
Okay.
come
Yeah.
under that.
I just wanted to let you, I didn't know what the status is with it. I didn't know if you knew, but they're not going to be able to go any further until that's online. I was talking with the fire chief, called me the other day.
Yeah, I was up there, and we had a meeting up there at the site, and that was brought up.
Okay.
And the supervisor is going to be getting on that, they got to get water in that tank.
Yeah, there's also some mitigation money that's due too. There's a check that's required from the developer.
For which?
For the, I think they're up to their maximum permits. I think up in the subdivision part, they need to, I think it's $5,000 that's due to the town.
Oh, yes, yeah. That's that new fee that the fire chief came up with?
Okay.
Is that it?
It could be. It could be. It probably is because he's the one who mentioned it to me. So
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was from planning board or from fire service. So.
Yeah, I don't, I'm not familiar with that fee. I don't know if front lots are, is that for every lot in town?
Well, I think they gave them a number of lots, releases. This one here is an 81P. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Form A?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, maybe it doesn't count. It's probably the subdivision.
Right.
I was just asking and wondering if you knew anything about it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't have to stop them. You know what I mean?
No, right.
Or not issue occupancies or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these frontage lots are not part of that. They're not covered under the covenant or anything.
That's fine. All right. We can move
Yep.
on.
Hey, Fred, this is Mike.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Yeah. Why don't you just let him know that,
Sure, I can do
I
that.
was wondering if he's gonna come through with the commitments he made. That's all. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean the commitment the developer made?
Yeah, for the fire, to complete the fire tank and whatever deal he made with the fire department, whatever.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I think that was
I know they're on it.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah.
I think that was a plan when we approved the subdivision and planning board. I think that was $5,000. I remember correctly was for safety apparatus or whatever they needed it for the for our whether it's police department, fire department, blah blah blah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's 2 fees there going on, but I'll check on both of them, Tim, and I'll give you a call.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Any other questions?
I have none.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the plan as presented.
Carl seconds.
There you go, Carl.
All in favor? Aye.
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 All right. Thank you, Fred.
All right. Thank you very much. Good night.
Are we done? Are we done with you for tonight?
What's that?
Are we done with Fred for tonight?
We are.
All right. Thank you, Fred.
Okay. I'll let you know when that file number comes in. Bill,
Yeah,
you'll probably see it anyway.
I get a copy the same day you do, Fred. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Just
So
a
what else we got?
quick question. Are you guys still seeing the plan on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it allows you to pick which window you're sharing, and then even though you can come to another one. Let's see. 1 second here. I keep the Lake Nipmuc water quality thing on the agenda. And this week, let's see who was Joan Caldarella wrote to us, and she included Susan Thomas's contact information that I know Emilio needed. I mentioned that to him.
Yep.
I don't know if there's something we can try to do to push the Board of Health to the next steps that we had talked about, but that would be to try to get these database records about septic systems and hauling, or I'm sorry, yeah. But otherwise, I'm not sure what we're going to do for a solid, action steps.
All right, guys. Well, let me give you a little bit of an update on what was going on with the lake.
Yeah, please.
So I got a call from one of the residents up there. He was out in his boat a couple of Sundays ago in the middle of the lake, and this big, long, stringy algae actually got caught around the prop and actually stopped the boat. It was that bad. So he just gave me a call and just said, wasn't sure what we were doing with the treatment this year. I called Solitude. I talked to the gentleman that does the treatment. He went, did a survey on what the lake was looking like.
Yep.
Saw what we were talking about. And then Joan, he deals with Joan on a regular basis from the Nipmuc Association. He said, we'll talk to her about seeing where they do water testing. Maybe they can do an algae ID. The girl that does it for her couldn't do it because she doesn't have that technology to do that. Solitude charges $100 for the test. The Lake Nipmuc Association agreed to pay for the testing. So Solitude is going to do the test, find out what kind of algae it is. And when he was out there checking everything, he noticed that the lily pads, the milfoil, the stuff that they normally treat for was pretty, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad as past years. It was pretty contained to small areas. So he said, maybe this year we could try to treat something that's getting more invasive, like this algae, instead of doing the other normal stuff we do, and try to, kind of take care of the worst part. So he's going to go out. He's going to come up with a plan, and as long as it doesn't cost any more money, which he doesn't think it will, he's going to try to take care of everything without incurring more cost, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Okay by me.
All right. So him and I have been working kind of. He's been touching base with me, quite a bit. So I'm just trying to keep the ball rolling, and we'll try to get the lake treated earlier this year versus last year when it got treated quite late, and see if they can control the stuff. It's really. He said it's growing pretty rapidly, and it's like almost like spaghetti, and it's very, very, very strong, I guess, from what he's saying. So
Yeah.
we'll see what we can come up with, and then hopefully we'll have an answer better answer at the next meeting.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I have two questions. Was that Colin Gosling that you were talking to?
Yes, yeah, that's who I've been talking with. Yep.
Okay, perfect, because he's really good about communicating.
Yeah,
With
very
me.
nice, a very nice guy, and he lives close by. I don't know if he lives in Blackstone or something, so
Yeah,
he's by the lake all the time, so he has no problem even swinging in. And if we want to take him for a ride in the boat that's out there, we could do that too. So either way, he's very accommodating, which is nice.
yeah, he does. He has a long history with the lake. He knows it really well.
Correct.
Let's see. My other question was, oh, did he happen to give you a date for treatment? Because I was pressing them to do it in early June.
Yeah, he's gonna. What they wanted to do is get this test and find out what this stuff actually is, so that they can figure what they're gonna need to treat it. And then he's gonna try. I had mentioned to him, and I will again when I talk to him, that we want to get it done the earliest possible. So whether it's beginning of June, end of May, we don't want to wait till the beach is open and then have to do it. We want to do it,
Right.
long before. If the
Right.
beach even opens this year, who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they're proposing that they're going to have a normal schedule.
Oh, good to hear. Okay, what else we got?
Well, let's see. Minutes of the last meeting, and then I have a couple housekeeping sort of things.
Okay.
March 26th minutes.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of March 26th.
Carl Hummel seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so a couple like last minute type things. So today I hit you with the 5 Sandra.
Yes.
Somebody called in and basically said they thought that somebody was trying to add a lot of fill to the lot, and that it was wet back there. It doesn't show that on the map, but Mr. Chairman, did you have a chance to look at that?
I didn't get there. I will go by in the morning. I didn't get out of work till late tonight.
Okay. This person did not leave any contact information. They blocked their number, so I'm thinking they're going to call me back.
Okay. Tim, if you're in that area.
Yeah, what Sandra Circle?
5.
Bye.
All right. Okay.
Let me know what you think too, and I'll try to get by there in the morning also.
All right.
Cool.
Mr. Chairman, did we say that 24 Carpenter is fine for a building permit?
Yeah. 25 is. I thought 25 wasn't that the other guy that came in for an
Yeah,
addition?
Yeah, we're talking about 24 now, but I was confused about. I remember 25 is the one where that shows the wetlands going right through the house.
Yeah, right. But it does. Yeah, that's the one. The guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 24 is dry. Yes.
Yeah, it's dry. In the back, it might be adjacent, but up by where they want to work, it's far away.
Okay.
Okay. And also, I got a resident concern. This gentleman lives at 121 Hartford Ave East, and he's concerned about possible filling in some of the Varney land that's adjacent to him, but it didn't sound like anything has happened yet.
Yeah, I mean, Varney's 61A, so, I mean, I don't know, guys. They have a lot less, their rules are a lot less
Restrictive.
than what normal is, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Tim,
I don't
how's
know.
that work?
I don't know what to make of his concern. I mean, he's pretty concerned, but I'm not sure about what yet.
He should have came to the meeting.
Well, I would agree. This came up last minute. He said he's already called the police.
Yeah,
And
the police,
Yeah,
police
I
called,
read that email, yeah.
Yeah.
the police called me.
Okay.
Did they? Now, that, I mean, Vonnie's farm guy does not have a real good personality. He's a good guy and everything, but I mean, if anybody knows him, yeah, you definitely don't want to have a. I mean, he's very easy to pick a fight with, I guess I should say.
Okay. Well, would you like me to just respond to this resident and say that if there's any activity at all, please contact us? And
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Tim? You want to address
Yeah,
it?
I mean, the guy can't go in there with a machine and fill wetland. I mean, he can get close to wetland and everything because he is protected. The cows, I mean, or whatever the function is of the farm. But I mean, to bring a machine in and start diverting water and stuff, I don't think he's allowed to do that, especially if it's going to affect someone else's property.
Right, exactly.
but Tim, this gentleman didn't say that anything had actually happened yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
There was one point raised in the email. Does the farmer have to put up fencing to prevent the cows from getting into the wetlands? My opinion from reading it is no. The cows can wander around in the wetlands if they want.
Yep.
Thank you, Carl.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
I mean,
and Tim is agreeing with me.
Yes, yes.
I'll respond to him about that then.
yeah, they can walk around. I mean, they do it on Providence Road. They can go in as far. I mean, they don't go in so they're going to break their legs, but they can at least they can walk and they can drink and they can do what they need to do, cool off a little bit,
So the response to the abutter is 1, the farmer does not need fencing. 2,
Right.
the farmer is not allowed to use heavy machinery to move dirt or to dump dirt.
Well, to fill wetland.
I would say, I would tell the neighbor that it's under investigation and leave it at that.
Okay.
We don't want to commit ourselves to anything.
Well,
Yeah,
why don't we all just keep an eye on it? It's right under the runway when you go by.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on. Oh, and who's? Oh, I know now. I know who. Oh, Pito.
It's behind Pop and Cork.
Yeah. The guy on the right side of it's probably the one complaining, right?
Yeah, the one with the gingerbread. It looks like a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I can see why, because I think I can see where that would be. Not they wouldn't get along with each other. But okay, yeah, let's do. Good idea, Mike. Let's under investigation.
Yep. That way there, thank the neighbor for his concern and keep us posted, and it's under investigation.
Okay.
All right.
The only other thing I could bring up is maybe just food for thought for now is what you want to do about getting wet signatures on things like orders of conditions, because they have not let up the regulation on having wet signatures, except you can pass a motion where you allow electronic signatures, and then every time, and that has to be recorded at the Registry of Deeds. And then every time you use that provision, you have to cite the book and page number. I actually have the ability to print documents on the town printer. So if people wanted to go by there, they could sign there. I don't know how you want to handle it, or whether you want to just let it go for a little while.
I can go by and sign. I don't mind doing with that. I mean, can we authorize you to sign for us all, or no?
No, that's what I'm saying. I thought we could get away, not get away with it, but I thought that was going to be acceptable. And they basically said, no, you cannot do it. You got to have different registries, believe it or not, have different rules.
Oh yeah, because I think we authorized the bill and planning board to sign for us, but it might have not been. I forget what I forget what it was for actually. So all right, no problem. What I can go by. I'm sure that.
Do you want me to do that? Yeah, I mean, when I produce orders of conditions, I can basically print them out on the town printer. Gail can have it there for your signatures, and then when there's enough signatures on it, I can scan. I can get her to scan them back to me.
Okay, so just let us know.
I will.
As long as the guys can kind of keep an eye on their email, and then whoever's available can get in there and sign. And if we got to kind of keep reminding each other, we can do that too, just so it gets done right away.
Yeah, I hate to.
Is there always somebody in the annex?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right now Gail has been working there full time.
Okay, so if send an email and I'll take a half hour to go down and sign things.
Yep. I mean, I'll try to stack them up so there's more than one for you to do. We haven't had
Yeah,
good
that
luck
would be great.
with this in the past, but you know, sure, let's do it.
All right,
Okay.
awesome.
That's all I got.
All right.
We all
so,
caught
yeah,
up?
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
All right.
Carl.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
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 All right. Have a good night, guys. Thanks.
Talk to you in 2
Good night,
weeks.
everyone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.